Legendary teams, major players, and electrifying tactical action are back in CSGO Regional Major Rankings 2021. From June 27th till July 4th, 10 teams will clash in the thrilling showdown for the prize pool of $100,000 and slots at the PGL Major Stockholm 2021. Who will win more rounds? Who will show the most furious play? And who will claim the major prize? Find out at the CSGO Regional Major Rankings 2021. And don't forget to reload.
I absolutely love that we can't forget to reload, Jason. Navi might have forgot a few times. I thought this series was over long ago, and yet here we are on Mirage.
Yeah, I mean, there were a few twists and turns in that, Dust, too. The simple round at the car with the Deagle was obviously a turn in the favor of Navi, and it seemed like that was going to give them everything they needed, and then Lollipop just went nuts. So, yeah, I have no idea how this third map is going to go now. It seems like both these teams are ready to just, someone's going to make a play at some point that turns it in their favor. Idis Balance spots one. Ooh, simple straight down. JO and MDS tunnel visioned on one player. Boomich adds a third kill. And yeah, they're into the bomb site. And Lollipop obviously playing well, but not this well.
Yeah, I'd say Simple's, okay, gets Lollipop as well. I think he's on a mission. 4 kills in the pistol round. I don't think he wanted to play map 3, and he's a little mad we're here. So he's going to get 2 from the window. Like you said, they didn't even see him. He just looked right down, got that information, got that call. We're off to a roll.
Yeah, he had a night plan, didn't he? He was off to a nice seafood dinner, all thrown to hell because of a third map. But I mean,
it's unacceptable.
I know, it really is. This is where you'd want someone like Simple. I mean, this is a great start, obviously, in the pistol round for him. And this is where you would want somebody like Simple to just take over the game and have your star player deliver you a closeout in this series that's kind of become a nuisance that you shouldn't be.
So Palace position.
Back off.
It's all yours, Jason.
No, I'm good.
You good? Okay.
I was just surprised they stopped, you know, Matt? I was ready for it.
Yeah, I was ready for them to go as well, but Boomich is ready, certainly, as he'll have the MP9 in his hands. JO seems to be the one that wants to lead. No, Idis Balance. And they're going to get caught out. They've got to go through these flames. You can't bait your teammate like that. Actually, maybe you should have, because Boomich got easy cleanup kills as a result of it. JO's going to go down to Electronics Flames on the balcony. MDS, the last alive, and I think this goes 2-0 for Navi in a rather quick fashion. He's managed to sneak through behind them, though, so it could be something interesting come from this. I have no idea that he's gone this far. Oh, didn't need to get the knife. Got the kill instead. Now look at everyone turn that way. Yeah, Simple's going to run him down. 5th kill for him so far in this game.
Pretty standard stuff. Now we should get into the gun round. Nemiga should be more than happy to pick up some AK-47, some utility as well behind it, and get us started. They are going up against the one SMG on Electronic, but a couple kills means that Navi can upgrade with ease here in this next round, in this round number 3.
What does Nemiga stand for? Is that a word that has any meaning, or is that just a cool sounding name? Ooh,
yeah, a big miss in the window smoke and a big hit onto the face of Bit. I don't know, Matt. I have no idea what Nemiga means.
Yeah, I'm curious if someone in chat. Yeah, that's like it was kind of like an open-ended question in that regard.
Okay.
Didn't necessarily ask you.
You're just musing to yourself?
Well, no, I'm curious because I've never not heard the word, but I like the sound of it. I do. I think it sounds pretty cool. It's got like a nice infliction of different sound. Box is going to take out Boomich. They're from Belarus as well, which is kind of cool because we've been there. Were you at the StarLadder Minsk event? You were there.
I was not. No, I wasn't.
Oh, you were not. Okay.
I heard great things about the after party, though.
Yes. Not great things about the food, unfortunately. Belarus. I don't normally call countries out for that kind of thing, but have to in that occasion. Perfecto does take down Disbalance, but nice to have them on the map now for the Counter-Strike region. Because, like I say, the rest of CIS certainly has lots to offer. Box is going to take down Perfecto, and first gun round goes the way of Nemiga, so they are immediately back into Mirage. And what's the call going to be right now from the CTs? Because they actually don't have as much money left over as you'd think, despite having relatively efficient rounds to start us off.
Nemiga is a river.
Apparently it means insomnia in Lithuanian.
In Lithuanian.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Name of the river in Minsk that it's found. Okay, that's probably more likely that they're named after because
That's probably more in line, yeah, with what we're looking for, isn't it?
But at the same time, Insomnia Gaming was always a thing too. I like them both. Both those are cool, actually. I like both those.
Ooh, that's a cool swing from Boomich. He crept up close in another world. That's a kill. Either way, he's got great damage on a Lollipop, good damage on the Box as well. So those guys are softened up for a double or a multi-kill later in the round for somebody on Na'Vi. Still have the AUG on Bit, still have the M4 and Electronic, and Simple is still on the map.
Perfecto's going to hold it off at B alone as 4 players stack up towards stairs. We'll see the smokes heading out toward the arches as well, but they're already spotted a bit earlier than they would have hoped as Perfecto goes through that, and it's a team kill because Lollipop was tasked with trying to take him down in return. Unfortunately, in the middle of it all went MDS, and Jo's going to go down to Perfecto now as well. Look at the HP. Quick little nade kill for Perfecto as well to find his 3rd of the round, maybe a 4th. Box still sitting up boxed in the apartments as Bit finds the kill, and now it's 3-1. Good response from Na'Vi again. Talking strictly about the fact that they didn't have a whole lot of economy to work with, they'll be able to kick back control. And that's Bit's perspective.
Yeah, nice win there for Na'Vi. And even with Boomich going down early, softens him up just enough to make it work. So yeah, a bit of a pause here going into round number 5. 6 kills on Simple, 5 on Perfecto. Still early going in these games, but look at the ADR. Simple at 145. That's quite nice for just these 4 rounds. What do you think, Matt? You think we're going to get a barn burner here? You think we're going to get a third map that falls flat? I've got a feeling
Simple's a little more motivated. No, I think Simple's a little more motivated with this game. I think he's out of the gate been going. He hasn't really had... I mean, he had a great round on Dust, obviously. You think back to that Deagle. But he hasn't really had any consistency in that. Like, the breakout Simple we see that can completely turn games on his head. And already I'm seeing signs of that now. So I think this could be pretty well controlled from Na'Vi. Could start on the CT side as well. We saw that on Inferno when they switched over. But they haven't had good economy to their name really early in games yet. So this is already a change. Not in this series, at least. They haven't. I mean, it's been 2 back and forth at the starts the entire time. As Bit's going to take out Box. Boomich again, top mid. MP9, he'll have some support from on the ramp itself, and that's Electronic that'll pop up to make the kill. Just balance down. Jo coming from underpass. It's going to be completely surrounded. Deagle can get him maybe 1 kill here, but I think Electronic's already going to... Oh, check. It doesn't even matter. Head removed. That is a lovely shot, and he's looking for a second, but Simple makes no mistake finding him with the M4 instead.
Yeah, it was a nice little shot. 2 kills in the round for Nemiga. Nothing too crazy. Doesn't take a whole lot of economy away. And Navi's going to be feeling comfortable. The question that I'm wondering is Simple going to drop that M4 over to Boomich and pick up an AWP for himself? Yeah, this is a nice open space headshot with the Deagle from Jo. And there it is indeed. In play for Simple. 4-1 for Na'Vi starting out here on Mirage.
That smoke doesn't miss this time. They'll be able to cover off middle a little bit better. No utility yet toward connector.
Oh no, he's dead for free. Simple, they're expecting some kind of a noise on that play up ramp. Simple's got to back off. I think if Bit doesn't deliver here, he needs to just start thinking he has to save. This is dangerous for the op to be in this position.
Yeah, but come on. This position. All right, that shot missing. Now they know where he is. He has no element of surprise. Watch the lurk on this. Box is in a reasonable position. He's already at B. If they come flying through checkers and think they're just going to go back to the B site to save, he can easily catch them out. Low enough HP that he's also a bit of a problem to himself if he's not careful. Missing shots, he's going to back away. So this should end as we are now with 4 and 2 alive, respectively. But Nemiga is going to find yet another round.
That's one of those rounds where I think if you're on Na'Vi, you're just like, what the hell are these guys doing? Literally just slow, quiet, walking up a ramp. 2 ready to go in Palace also. But, I mean, you don't really... You expect, especially if someone's going to come by ramp, for it to be quick. You expect there to be a flashbang. You expect there to be a sound cue. But the fact they just walk up, taking such a huge risk. This time it pays off, but that can easily go the other direction as well. If Simple zoned at the top of ramp instead of towards middle, I mean, he just gets a free kill. So that'll be frustrating for the Na'Vi defense, but at least they have that op alive still. At least that's in his hands. At least they're able to drop over some rifles. So still a strong buy. They get a rinse and repeat and try again.
Electronic with the FAMAS looking for that gap in the window smoke. Very slight, but it's there. The Molotov goes out to cover cat corner. Now we'll redress the smoke in middle, so pretty straightforward to see the mid smokes be utilized, but no mistakes this time from Nemiga. Big nade damage out toward mid from Bit. Simple again is going to hold from Ticket Boot this time. Boost up. Electronic seems to be aware that this is a possibility, but he's also worried. I was going to say timing. I wouldn't have been surprised at all if Box just walks through and nails him as he's smoking himself. That connector. Problem, he has to make a decision if he's going to hold this and commit to it or not. He still wants to get more utility. Deo's going to be forced back, but they've definitely gone for the boost. It's just a matter of waiting for the distraction at this point, waiting for the aggro to be taken. For Electronic to have to face Palace. That's why he's aggressive instead to leave him there. But now Electronic does go hunting. And immediately this is going to be a contentious battle at the connector at the vent as Box wins it. But Bit at least got the call. Electronic knows he's being pushed from other side. Which comes first? It's Box to take him down. Simple only gets one. He goes high on Ticket Booth, way above the smoke. And he's so desperate to find just one more pick before the bomb goes down. And he manages it on Jo. Now he's going to jump in. The Simple we love as he gets aggressive inside of the site. Bomb planted backside default. And the smoke to dissipate. Simple's going to use it to his advantage because he's made noise in the site. But walk back slowly. Double peek. Good coordination. Nemiga find another.
I think he actually saw MDS there at the end, and he didn't want to risk the shot through the box. He wanted to get a clean kill, so a nice double peek from Nemiga, not letting Simple have all the space to operate in that fashion. It's another tough round, and now Na'Vi has all the money taken away. 4-3, they got a one-round lead, but that's going to disappear quick. Balance has the op in his hands on the other side. It's tough. Navi's having a real tough time with the upstart Nemiga crew. Oh, yeah? That makes sense. Can all be friends. Bomb picked up in T-spawn. They're walking right into a stack, but, I mean, all this stack really is a body count. It's not, there's not a whole lot of danger. 2 Deagles on Simple and Boomich. And I mean, maybe if those guys get some fortunate headshots and get rolling with it, maybe they can create something, but there's no utility to make this disjointed. And they're just now seeing the smokes come over the wall with the flashbangs, and they've already chosen to bail out. So the stack is no more, and the bomb site is completely free for Nemiga.
Oh, free indeed. Molotov goes down. Boomich, good shot from Ticket. Interestingly, Jason, the time that I chose to make fun of Valorant, my mic was mysteriously muted, so Riot really does have control of everything, as Box will take down 3. It's Bit that's going to wrap back around the other way, and I don't think much in this round, but he could maybe get a gun from that pile of corpses toward Ticket. Not going to happen. And all but one stay alive.
There's a little penguin thing
in front of us.
That's not a penguin, but I don't know what else to call it. It's got giant eyes.
I gotta look more closely next time. I did see it this time, but that looks like a seal in the front monitor.
Seal, okay, that's
like
fair.
A walrus.
4-4. Guns back in the hands of Na'Vi. Simple going to take his AWP towards the window. Cat jump. He's going to make it up, and a little bit blind to actually see the cross. Electronic is here for cover, but he might have to dip away at some point. And Simple's got to be... Yeah.
I was just saying, Lollipop's been so good in the last 2 maps, especially on Dust 2. He's 007 right now.
Haven't needed him yet. They've got to tie it up without him. Simple's being real aggressive, real assertive in middle. He wants a shot at something. He's got to know one's at the top boxes. Put out the Molotov with the smoke. And there it is. The It took a while to get there, but he finds it. Unfortunately, Electronic gives up the equalizer immediately.
Flash goes deep. Lollipop's going to throw 2 of them, in fact, just to annoy Boomich more than anything. Keep him from being able to peek out and keep them anticipating some sort of action toward the A side, because right now Bomb is going to head toward the apartments.
Pulled Boomich back. Or, excuse me, not Boomich, just pulled Perfecto back. He's way deep in market, so this is going to be a tough defense. Now he's getting back into the site. It might be too late. Simple has got to buy him time. 1 kill would give him those crucial seconds, but a rare miss from Simple, and Perfecto falls after.
MDS is like Simple's kryptonite. Like, when he comes into the site, he hasn't had the best game on Dust, and then he absolutely wrecks Simple on every entry, and this time he does it again. Shoulder bait, peek, and then got him through the edge of the wall as he fell back in. Bits on his own, Bits gone down, and it's the lead to Nemiga.
That is a lot of really nice pressure onto the A-bomb site. I really liked that play. Perfecto just slides right back into market just so he can have that cheat. He's got to move back into the bomb site, but I mean, that clears out a lot of space. That gives some room to work with for Nemiga coming out of the B holes. They've got a round advantage. And now that we're going into round 10, Matt, like Navi's got to be careful that ooh, there's a nade stack in mid, so a lot of information. They got to be careful they don't let what happened on Dust 2 happen here on Mirage, which is that Nemiga just gains so much money that when they eventually do, like then when you're winning rounds and you're trying to get 3 rounds in a row, 4 rounds in a row, it's constantly against buys. It's doing it the hard way. And at the moment, Nemiga's looking pretty rich. So Navi could really do with some kills in this round.
Electronic's going to hold to make sure that they don't boost up in the window this time, but that's just optimistic at this point. He's hoping that they're basically going to walk into his crosshair. Smoke down. Was that the stairs smoke or was that the bounce from mid? Either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, the difference is if you know exactly the bounce, then it's telegraphed that they're going to be over toward the B stairs. And in this case, that is where the bomb is. And in fact, Navi's starting to actually lead off that direction. So that might have been the call based on that smoke dropping down. I didn't actually see myself where it came from, but Perfecto in better position this time with the P250. Bit makes no mistake. With the Deagle, they now know bomb's down, but he's well aware that he's being completely surrounded. And unfortunately, gets a little bit too nervous in that position as MDS finds 2 on the entry once more. CZ 75, Electronic 19 HP. It's a winnable situation. 30 seconds left as he tries to get... Does he think he's moved over? He's opening himself up to this. I don't think Electronic played that right at all.
He obviously was very convinced he'd moved to one of the pillars. He didn't think he stuck over at the bench at all. Yeah, man, Electronic just gets fooled. It would be a misplay except for the fact that it's probably, a decent play if he was right, you know?
Well, yeah, a decent play if he's right, but was it a missed call? I mean, even I guess my opinion is like play it safe either way, but like, yeah, you're right. If he thinks like 100% in his mind that he's moved, sure, I can understand it.
Yeah, he certainly was convinced that he had moved away from the bench. So that's unfortunate. A very close round. There it is. Flash through. Bit and Boomich. Double kill, and again, Electronic going down immediately afterwards. That's painful. But they still have the man advantage preserved, and Bit makes it 2 man up.
Molotov down at the stairwell will cause MDS to have to slow up just ever so slightly. Lollipop now has 1 and 9, but MDS to put the boot on the other foot after having a slow start on Dust 2. Good ending. Is leading the way with 10 kills. He and Simple 10 and 5 respectively. And Simple this time is pushing all the way through Palace. So the fact that they've got a pretty healthy margin of kills to their name in this round, but also the fact that Simple's going to get so much map control and potentially even spot out. I don't think he'll go that far. There's no need for him to overextend that badly, but I was going to say bomb at Horseshoe. Perfecto could actually see that. Checks CT. Simple now knows there's no one in between them, and they've not heard any action on either side. So now Perfecto will go toward the Horseshoe. And top middle as well. I don't know if he spotted the bomb or not inside the key, but either way, it's balanced down. Simple gets a kill. Navi back to winning ways. It took them, what, 4 rounds was that in a row? 5 rounds in a row before they got one back. So from a 4-1 lead to a 6-5 deficit.
Yeah, pretty quick as well. That's one of those things where you kind of look up at the scoreboard and you're like, holy hell, they came all the way back. Double up setup now for Navi. Good news is they've done a decent job of finding some opening kills and some fights going their way early on in these rounds in middle. We had Bit and Boomich get a couple kills there in the previous. We've had Simple engaged in that action previously. And he's going to go back to it. AWP going to look up towards Catwalk, feels the fast play coming, and he's got it. Jo goes down. Nade's going to do decent damage. Double nade, actually, but Box gets the headshot. Electronics there for the cleanup. And Simple's got his back, depending on the timing.
Smoke onto the A main position as Electronic wants to get back up on top of the boxes. Double stack inside sight. Bomb is walking back through T-spawn at this point, and they still have MDS toward the apartments. That's the only other player left alive with this balance. I was gonna say, if he starts to go toward B and can crack even just one kill and hold the site, maybe there's a chance. But right now, I'm not sure what the play is going to be. A minute still to go. And we're seeing a little bit more action earlier in the rounds on Mirage than what we saw, I would say, definitely on Inferno. Yep. But I would say even on Dust 2 to some extent. Dust 2 was all right. It was a bit early and then slow down, similar to what we're seeing now, but not as much constant action at the start of the rounds.
Well, part of that too is this alternate into the double op setup. Bit's going to have that at the B bomb site, so that kind of really, you know, after they've established there's not going to be a rush, that frees up the Catwalk player to focus towards middle because you've got deep angle, you've got a deep spot, and you've got a pretty reliable AWP. And you can see it as well. Once he gets in that position, doesn't have to use a whole lot of utility until he's forced off the angle. So as long as he's just chilling, Catwalk player's free to be aggressive in middle all he wants. Nemiga just content to save this one out. They've got no money built up.
Counter-terrorists win. I think they're going to get one more. Nope. Smart from Electronic not to over. Step into Palace blind.
I didn't even know why he went there.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was like the horror movie. Don't do it. Don't turn the corner.
Yeah.
He's in the room.
Do you know the song Chin Check?
No.
The start of that is like insane. Where it's like the girl's on the phone and like she can hear the killer coming. It's kind of like that.
Nice and unnerving, I would imagine.
Very unnerving, yes.
All right, well, here we are again. As I said, it frees up that Catwalk player to be in towards middle. Don't really know where to take that one. But now, Perfecto's rotated over. They see no presence in middle. They feel the pressure at the B bomb site, and here comes the hit.
Bit ready for the hit, but it's Perfecto that's going to beat him with a punch. Bit finally gets involved. Before Perfecto goes down to the back 10, MDS gets Electronic. So, just like that, the site is open. Simple, a little bit slow on his first reaction. JO's gone to the AWP, picked it up off the deck, surely, because we've not seen him on this weapon very often at all. But what a turnaround. That looked like a great hold on the 2 CT. Still, they get overwhelmed. Jo gets Boomage now. Simple's got to go to the AK, and Jo, my goodness, AWP, 4 kills, and Nemiga's back in the lead.
Yeah, he did some filthy things with the MAC-10 in that round. And you're right, what a weird round to lose. If you're Navi, you get the first 3 kills on that hit. And usually that's enough to put a stop to it. Usually that's enough for the win. And Jo just comes in flying hot with this MAC-10, clears out both these pillars. These positions were such a nuisance. But it's these cleanups at the end.
That's
fantastic shooting. Yeah, it's a great shot onto Boomich. Man, Navi can't get anything going. They can't string anything together. Simple had a good spawn, got past the crosshair of Ida's balance. Electronic now taking a little bit of a pot shot, but doesn't want to give it up again.
Be so careful with it. Simple down, so op was dropped, but Electronic and Boomich will make amends with that. I'm going to leave the op on the ground. They don't want to pick it up. P90 for Perfecto. As MDS will get the boost from mid to check Catwalk. I said Simple was going to go on a tear this game with a good start. He does have 14 kills, so the worst. I mean, it's top of the server, but it hasn't had the late impact as much per se. Good early kill this round. Now they're starting to string them together. As MDS will get dropped, it's just Jo once again picking up the op, this time of Disbalance, but the one that they brought over from the last round, in fact. Disbalance being the main opper sits with 6 kills. And Jo on 12 got 4, he got 2 at least in the last round of the AWP. Maybe 3, was it? I think it was 2 after he picked it up.
Okay. 2 with the AWP and like 1 or 2 with the MAC-10. I think I had quad kill last round.
Yeah, but yeah, almost as many as the main opper on the weapon.
You know, this isn't so much a bad half for the CT side, especially when you consider, you know, one of the rounds they lost was like kind of a little bit of a gimmicky, like walk up a ramp with 2 players making no noise whatsoever, just strolling up and getting an entry. Another one was like a 2v5 or 2v4 at the B bomb site that we just witnessed, the turnaround by Jo. You know, Navi's had some obstacles put in their way. And all things considered, the fact that they're at 7-7 sitting there right now after, you know, those rounds take some economy away and reset them a few times, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Counter-terrorists win.
So 7-7. Good trade by Electronic. That was a crucial moment in the round, especially because, as you can see there, Simple went down. Not too loving. Leave a reaction. Wasn't too mean to the desk, I guess.
Be gentle. You never know what the desk is going through.
Yeah. Be gentle. MDS. Again, being so good on the entries, but this time he's just slightly behind that of the position of his teammates. Box already down. Electronic again. They win that exchange in mid. That was with a flash from Simple at window, and now they're going to transfer off that position back over toward A, and it will be all 4 remaining players from Nemiga on that side of the map. Not necessarily committing just yet, but Simple's rotated early. This time, Boomich mistimes has dropped down the ladder. Apparently, Shadow position has the highest kill distribution across the heat maps of the A site, which is a pretty remarkable statistic. I wouldn't have expected that at all. But that was something Maui Snake was telling me last week. Inevitable rotation, I think, here, because 2 kills, 1 mid, 1 at A. Pretty obvious tell that where they wanted to go, and they could still fake this back. You can see the underpass position right now. MDS wants to rotate back in. Simple's just 1 step ahead this round. Now he's starting to look a little more like what we might expect, which is crazy that we expect him to carry every game, but 16 make it 17 kills. As he's got 3 in this round, he's going to go hunting for Lollipop, who has the AWP to work with himself, and Simple just absolutely erases him. Get deleted, son.
Yeah, you're right. Simple came into this with some kind of an attitude. That's a very nice round from him. Makes it look casual. Good stuff from Navi. That's a tough run in the middle of that half to kind of go down on, but it's good for them to at least grab the lead going into the second. They're going to switch over to the T side. Simple's up on point. And man, Lollipop cooled off after that second map and used all of his energy on Dust 2.
Yeah, he has. Absolutely. Way off now in terms of the performance that we were seeing from him. 1 and 13, 19.5 ADR. There are chickens that have more damage so far than him this game, Jason.
That's fair. You know, I'm thinking of getting a chicken coop. We'll talk about that later. Pistol rounds.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Nice. I like it.
Here we go.
Just don't invite Mo over.
Yeah. No. Too many rage issues with the chickens to have him anywhere near my little girls. Boomich going to be heading up catwalk and into ladder room, going to clear it out, jumping along the way, making himself a difficult target. Navi's got a decent amount of map control, and it looks like Nemiga's really feeling the potential of a B hit. One player has just switched over to market. We saw Lollipop there kind of transition back towards ticket booth just a little bit. Here's the jump up, double jump. 2 players coming in. Box, he needs them both, and he's going to get it. Lollipop with a double kill as well, and that's the round. Short and sweet.
That was... Box is actually... I kind of like him. He's got like some consistency. He's got decent aim. That was a good win. Nailed the second player coming through the window, which was perfect, because if both of them get in and on their feet, he probably goes down in that situation. But convincing pistol win from Nemiga. And now the challenge is on, because now Navi really have to get this together and not let the economy spiral, as we've seen them do on Dust 2. Even, I would say, we saw them do a little bit to the start of Inferno. Remember how back and forth that was?
Yeah, that was
5-5 with no one stringing successive rounds together at that point.
Yeah, that was real grindy, the starts to both of those halves on Inferno. Man, we're going way back. This series has been quite extended. Tech pause coming out, as you can see. Not a whole lot to talk about here on the second half of Mirage so far.
I mean, you can tell me about that chicken coop, maybe.
Oh yeah, we're just looking into getting a chicken coop. You know, getting like 4 or 5 chickens. Have some fresh eggs each and every week.
Fresh eggs with 2 dogs now. You got 2, I think, right?
Yeah, 2 dogs.
It's crazy. You were really mad that you couldn't get a dog years ago. Now you got 2 of them.
I know. I doubled up.
How are
Screw it. They're great. They're lovely.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, the chicken coop. I'm wondering if the dogs are going to take to the chickens. Wondering how that'll work. I've got one dog that I think will be fine. We can't do this, Matt. We can't talk about dogs in a Counter-Strike broadcast.
I think if you have enough chickens, they'd probably win the fight.
You're trailing me off into a direction I don't want to take things.
Okay, sure.
Let's not. Yeah, we'll have this conversation off air.
Okay, yeah, whatever you want, Jason.
You know, I don't want to be the dog caster, Matt. I can't be that guy. I don't have it in me.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll stick with it.
Yeah, you keep that crown.
I will. Jaden's old girl. She left me already. She was laying beside me at the start of this map, and then she went, "Yeah, you know what? I'm out."
No.
It's like, you're yelling too much, bro. I don't like it.
It's probably because of the tech pause. She's like, "No, you can't sit here through this."
Wow.
Just in case you were wondering, Matt.
Sit here through this. Yes,
yeah,
I
we
am
are
wondering. Tell me. B-Stream.
Spirit has defeated K23 after that opening map apparition of losing Inferno. They came back on Nuke and then Overpass and trounced them quite handedly, 16-7, 16-6. That's all I got.
No, that's fine. That's actually really good. As you mentioned, that Spirit having the highest amount of points in the RMR standings right now in the CIS region. So they obviously want to keep that going. So pretty important from them.
Yeah.
Look back at some of the highlights so far in this game. Again, Box looking pretty sharp. Lollipop as well, just to note, I think he's 007, but had a team, well, he started 007, had a team kill we just saw right there. So that took 1 away from his score total as well. So what is he right now? He's, he's up to 4 and 13. So in the last few rounds, he's come alive a little bit, but has 5 kills in the game. We want to be fair to him, Jason.
Let's be fair to him. I'm a big fan of that. This is cool though. This is more of a fight than I think I even expected from Nemiga. Even after yesterday against Gambit, like I knew they'd be, you know, they'd have some good things. I knew they'd be able to put up some rounds, but man, stealing Dust 2, or not stealing, but taking Dust 2 in the fashion in which they did, and now showing some really good things on Mirage. This is some consistency to this good play. This CIS region is a really, really tough RMR to burn through.
This round was kind of impressive as well from Jo. Haven't seen him on the op like at all, and picks it up and just makes no mistake. Destroys Simple on the second peak even. I mean, you go back as well. Some of these rounds have been so close. The electronic round where, you know, he opens the angle and clearly thinks that his opposition has gone toward quad, one of the pillars, as you said. He ultimately would have had the advantage had he held the bench angle. If he had got the better read on that, that would have changed the economy pretty massively. There's been quite a few situations where again, that round where we saw Jo pick up the AWP, they had the 2 kills on the counter entry, and then suddenly the MAC-10 runs in and wins that. So yeah, it's been a bit wacky, hasn't it? It is, yeah. The way in which Navi's giving up these rounds, and don't get me wrong, credit to Nemiga, they've done very well to win these out and take those duels, but it could very easily be a more concise scoreline.
And I mean those, just a few, like, gimmicky might not be the right word, but it does feel like rounds that Navi normally wouldn't drop, they have, and that's making things exponentially more difficult. Tough pistol round to start out this half as well. Just waiting for the tech pause to end, and then we'll get back into things.
It's interesting, though. Simple still so far out in the lead right now in terms of kill totals. I'm not even sure. I'm trying to keep up with the chat in the server. Okay, we're ready now, so we're going to be going. Lollipop is called ready for his team. Simple has said ready on the Navi side, so we're going to get back into it.
There we go.
I was trying to figure out exactly what was going on, but I don't.
It was a trip to the restroom.
Oh, love when we pause for that. Hopefully, it wasn't anything too bad. Actually, it could have been.
That was a decent length of a pause, though, Matt. That's an emergency number 2 for sure.
I would say so. Yeah. I hope they're okay. Another reason playing from home is probably better for that individual because LAN could have been awkward.
Yeah, your own toilet is a thing of beauty. You'll appreciate that more as you get older.
As you get older. Box, again, starting off well, and it's simple that he finds. Again, they're just on the pistols this time, but still, it sets a precedence that we've gotten used to as Boomich goes back out with the Deagle. See if he can get anything back in return.
Ooh.
And does. Goodbye, Disbalance.
Oh,
This time's
no.
gonna get taken by Bit, but Bit burns, thankfully, as Jo gets a Molotov back in, because you're right, that could have started to really slip away. Lollipop's got electronic, and now they take back the advantage.
Yeah, I don't even know if it was going to slip away, but I mean, he just got outdueled by a Glock. You don't like to see that. You don't like to be in that position ever, especially when you know the match is being streamed. We got it all. Perfecto's in connector with the Deagle. Boomich is going to have to hit another stellar one. Ooh, and he spots out the position, but can't land the shot. It's Perfecto's turn to be put into play. And surely he heard Jo move into the corner. He's hoping and waiting. He's turned into the pivot point, but Boomich is about to lose the bomb. You'll never expect this position. And the round's over. 9-8 for Nemiga.
Lead again. It's NAVI. I can't. Surely not, right? Like, this isn't actually happening. Like, NAVI's not actually going to lose another series that arguably they should have won to a team when they're the favorites. I just... When's it going to stop, you know? Like we talked about, we constantly thought they were going to have an era in the LAN world, and then suddenly it looks like they might have. Pandemic hits. And now they just can't seem to get consistent ever.
Consistency online is a difficult thing. Good mid-aggression from Nemiga. And Navi have to be successful at taking this map control elsewhere. And so many resources for the defense in mid. A little bit susceptible. Simple's dropped into sandwich, but can't win it. I think Bit had actually fallen back to throw that support smoke so that they could cross. Ooh. And man, Nemiga's aggressive plays are working out everywhere across the map.
Yeah, get wrecked. This is just not even close from NAVI. Just destroyed. Box goes down to 8 HP. JO's lost in the process, but it doesn't even matter. He did the damage onto Electronic to make it all too easy. 2 rounds now in the lead. And very little money on NAVI because they did not get a bomb plant that time by. Lost round bonus is at 3,400. It's not even maxed out yet. Oh, wait, that is maxed out, isn't it? God, it's been a while, Jason. I'm sorry.
It's okay. If you hit tab on the scoreboard inside,
yes, please teach me.
They have those lost bonus bars on the right side of the middle.
That's brilliant. God,
I
I never knew. Wow.
We got some extra tools for you, baby.
They don't have that in Valorant, though, do they?
Nope. Actually, they might. That sounds like something they would have.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if CS has it, they're just going to copy it anyway, right?
God bless.
I like it. It's all banter, okay?
All good fun. Victimless banter. Well, here we go. Live again. 10-8 in the favor of Nemiga. And they've got all the weapons. They've got the guns. Only pistols on the Navi side, and 2 smokes and a flashbang.
MDS is going to wait up close, see if he can shut them down when they try and rush toward B, because it does certainly appear at this point in our juncture, in our perspective, that is where it's going, although 2 players sneaking back through the underpass. 1 less now. All right, Disbalance just completely removes Electronic top mid. Boost. Does Box hear this? So far not. They've been quiet, but Disbalance is very smartly backed away from it. He'll wing Boomich. Just caught the edge of him, but Bit actually found the kill on the Box before that, which means they now, okay, they had the AUG. I was going to say something to work with. They now have something to work with, but not anymore. Simple trying to get back toward that mid window. Smoke goes out. Disbalance takes out Boomich. Bit aggressive to jump down. Give Simple an AWP. Hang on. 19 HP, 43 seconds, and he's going to hold from chair. Now, okay, he knows this one's probably over, so he's just going to throw the op away.
Yep, fair play. Good call from Simple. Obviously could have created some magic, but yeah, that's the better play, the smarter play for the team Counter-Strike. 11-8, 3-round lead for Nemiga on defense, and Navi, I don't know if I'd say they're in trouble yet, but they're close getting to the point where we say Navi's in trouble on this 3rd map.
Yeah, I completely agree. This is problematic at this point. They're gonna blame me, Jason. I'm back, and they're gonna be like, "Yep, we lose again. It's Sadukis' fault."
I could see that.
Perfecto, fully blinded. Ugh, that's just too easy for Lollipop at that point.
Man, he was having a real tough time in this game, and now that he started to kind of unleash himself and get aggressive, we saw him push up towards top mid just a round or two ago and get plenty of kills. Now he's pop flashed himself down a ramp and he's found an opening kill. He's starting to get much more dynamic on this map, and he's been real difficult to handle. All of a sudden, he's got 9 kills.
Molotov's out toward A main, and in turn, they're put in sandwich. Box back out around from jungle, tries to see through smoke toward the apartments potentially. Mid take with a split from Palace, standard A play. They're down a man already as Perfecto's gone, and Lollipop's just going happy, trigger happy. Nearly caught out, 23 HP, he remains alive, and that's crucial because now they can rotate the positions, change them off. In fact, he's gonna go back, he wants to play this with Cheo. Smoke him though, that was fast. We barely saw his shoulder from the other perspective, and now you're crawling through murder hole? Not a chance. As Bit takes Box. Box and Bit have been having a big old boxing match, and it's been a bit of a time, Jason.
I think that was a bit frantic to continue. I think it's like that running around from Lollipop is really frantic in that A bomb site. And it felt like he didn't have any plan whatsoever of how he wanted to play this and how he wanted to play it with a teammate as well. And I gotta feel like Jo actually ate a bullet that was meant for him on rotating over, which has got to be frustrating. Leaving the bomb site, evacuating it with all that noise, they peek out, get some damage on you, and then you're coming right back to the position that you just ran away from, and your teammate gets punished for it. A little bit disorganized there, in my opinion, but it's okay. Still a 2-round lead, 11-9, but it's good to see Navi get back to some of the winning ways. Nice job getting map control and just kind of squeezing and pinching from Palace and from jungle.
2 rounds between them. Money on either side, albeit just on the Navi side, to be fair. Less overall in the aggregate totals for Nemiga, but players like Boomich, for example, really struggling to get a full buy together. He does, $50 left over. I suppose Bit could have dropped him down if he wanted to get utility to go along with it, but standard A holds so far. I don't see anything out of character yet, as Disbalance will hold back from CT spawn, and up above on the balcony will be Lollipop. 21K. Electronic Shorely. Too slow. Oh, wow, okay. I think that might have been a Go TV. It didn't look like he was swung that far out, but absolutely nailed it. I thought his shoulder was going to show. Either way, I Disbalance will dispose of Simple. So the op down on the T side. This was a problem last time, is that they could not hold the CT position because Simple was just too perfect. Perfecto this time will go ahead and get one as well as Electronic swing jump for Palace. And the AK at range will take down MDS. Much the same again. They catch out I Disbalance. Murder Hole once again turning out to live up to its name. And it's just Jo left. Double digits for both teams.
This is great. Perfect time for Navi's T side to come alive and deliver them 2 critical rounds in a row. And they're going to be taking all the money away from Nemiga. Look at the cash that's built up on this defensive side. It's absolutely nothing. They've got no toys in the next round. This is beautiful for Navi to be able to even things up. And that's just a slow, measured, constricting hit onto the A bomb site. Nothing special. Just executed very, very well.
Very, very well. Bit goes back to middle this time quickly. Flashes, smokes. Oh, they're going to boost ladder room. Okay. Not even going to attempt to try and be fancy and make the jump on their own from the cinder blocks. They'll just get him up there with the pistol. Good position to hold catwalk from. We talked about how powerful that is in the past. And by me and you and we, I mean like years ago, because we're old now.
Yeah. Okay, this time at least some mid control for Navi. They're going to start working their way up catwalk. Smokes in windows and top con. I think there's actually a gap in that con smoke, but nobody punished just yet. I Disbalance close up with the Deagle, is going to get one, and MDS has found a kill with the USP. That's the bomb down as well, and it's just simple to recover things. Oh, he's under a lot of pressure, and they need him to deliver.
I'd say he's done. Oh, okay, aim That's unfortunate. I was gonna say aim punch, not. It's the mechanism of slowing you down when you're getting tagged. But Simple did well to get the bomb back as well as get the AK back out of their hands in close quarters. The second one to follow up on the AWP, but if he had stayed alive on that third one, it would have been much better because he gets spammed out through the smoke. Now the retake is on, and they'll have an AWP picked up in that position. Surely, where did Simple's op go? It is in the hands of Jo. He's got it. We know what he can do with the picked up op. Apparently, quite good with it as Electronic just spams up toward the jail cell. He's able to take down Electronic in the hallway, but now they've got to be so careful because he's low HP. Lollipop's found him, and he'll be left in the 1-on-1. Perfecto knows he was swinging wide, can't back up fast enough. The checkers goes for the shot instead, and it's the right call. 11-11.
That's a brilliant win from Perfecto. Well played. What a tough round for Electronic and Perfecto to bring back into their favor. Nemiga almost snatches one away, much like Dust 2. Almost found a way to win a low econ round right at the end. This was good stuff. Oh, and Bit, he just lost track of the smoke timing. Put Simple in a really awkward position. You could see him stressfully trying to get away. We're all tied up. Timeout called, I believe. Just brief, just because of a disconnect, and they're already back into the server.
And both teams call for the ready. Tie game late. Of course, we're going the distance. I mean, it's not 5 overtimes like yesterday, Jason. But I probably shouldn't speak too soon.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's not over. Like, don't tempt it. Don't tempt him.
I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you.
When was the last time you casted a 5 overtime match? I think it was at a CIS minor, wasn't it?
I mean, I've casted like a 78 round game, but that was at the PGL. Minor.
Wasn't that CIS or was that it?
It was CIS. You're right.
Yeah.
No, it was DNDD and Pixel Fire, so it was Europe.
Okay.
Going way back there now. Doubt either of those teams still exist. I disbalance. Simple gone again early. Hasn't been winning that op duel very often, has he?
No, it's been tough. It's rough out here. Electronic inside the smoke as it fades. Who's gonna win? Lollipop just backs away. Oh, but he's under a lot of pressure. Oh, Molotov out. Poor timing. Lollipop. Oh, Electronic can't get the spam. This is so tough. And Lollipop can really only tuck himself into a corner. If he goes forward, he's got the op. But Idis Balance has done enough damage to force back Electronic.
And he absolutely has. The fact that he couldn't get that trade fast enough either means that immediately there's going to be a rotation out from jungle and they can't chase it.
Yeah, and I mean, just Nemiga just barely holding on to a man advantage until that tag. That was really, really stressful. That was on an edge. It could have gone either way. Perfecto's hoping somebody walks into him. Somebody checks something. Somebody comes to get information in the middle that he can pick somebody off and even things out.
Smoke's still down at the top of connector. Perfecto's found in the smoke. JO's got him. That had to be from Catwalk. It is. He's going to rotate that position now. Boomich. Oh, okay. Back to Tetris. Try again. No, I think you just call this one done. Couldn't make the jump. Couldn't get the shot to connector. Keep the AWP in play, and Electronic has 5,500. You've got 72 in Perfecto, so full buy coming back for Navi in the next round.
Uh-oh. It's getting sketchy. If you're a Navi fan, this isn't looking great. We keep seeing like some rounds of like some brilliance. They had those 2 rounds 20 and 21, where it was just clinical. Everything was clicking for them, and now that round falls flat. They get another chance though. Plenty of money to buy up again. Simple still has the AWP and AKs all around it with full utility. Full buy for both teams actually, which is quite nice. I feel like in this series that hasn't happened too often. There's always been economic issues one way or the other.
Boomich very fast. Gets one already. Did a bit of a double take, but eventually punched straight in the box as he will go down with the headshot. I just balance AWP. Really the last line of defense in some ways because he's at B alone right now. Although JO and MDS are going to go over there. They're going to gamble for a stack at the B side of the map. And so far there's no one showing on A. I think MDS is realizing now. No, okay, he's still going. So this will be, I think, pretty much a save call right away as soon as the bomb goes down.
Makes sense as well. Not a bad call in any way. And Navi doesn't have any of the funds to go hunt for it. And also, I mean, this early, I don't even think they'd be that motivated for it. So should tie us up 12-12 when Navi do eventually realize this is all free and clear. The 2 kills from Boomich are spectacular, and they are enough to deliver a round win.
On another tie game situation.
Bomb has been planted.
So we're in it to win it now, Jason, because we're going the distance. Money's starting to break down. Remember, we said Navi, they couldn't let that economy get out of control. They've done enough to keep theirs just about right. And this buy was the last buy. But with 3 guns being saved, MDS can drop. Yeah, they'll get a force. There'll be one with the force, and the force will be with them.
I don't think that's how it works. Maybe it is.
I don't know. I just watched a movie once, and that's what it told me.
Star Wars has gone to crap, man.
It's terrible. Yep. I was never really a fan of, like, I wasn't not a fan, but like I wasn't like all hyped like most people were.
I've got one
But for
last hope
me-
for the franchise. It's all on the Obi-Wan series. And if
That
they
would be
mess that up,
dope.
I'm out. I'm
Yeah,
checking out.
yeah. Well, see, the thing, yeah, like the thing is for me, like I never had that bias of being so infatuated with the series that I loved the new ones just because, which I think a lot of people did, and they stubbornly still try and defend them, but it's not nearly as good. And the other ones didn't even remember that much anyway, so I was instantly like, yeah, I don't like these. I'm out.
Okay,
I'm already
that's
out,
fair.
Jason. I've already left.
All right, I might be joining you there soon. We'll find out.
All right, sounds good.
Boomich at top mid. Navi's got 3 players in the B halls and Bit coming in through underpass. So 2-man presence to take control of middle or have just some kind of pressure that they can apply there. Smoke clears in towards the window and refreshed immediately.
If the Obi-Wan series is good, would you say you have a new hope?
Nice. You were waiting for me to end my point
Yes, I
to
was.
bust that one out, aren't you?
Yeah, I didn't listen to a thing you said. I was just still talking.
Oh, they haven't cleared MDS. He could turn it around.
Perfecto, though. He's going to get MDS box. Smokes off window, jumps across. Bomb's going to be planted, and they're going to have to save again. So Navi's going to claw back just enough to take the lead by 1. But Bit's on the hunt, and they're running straight toward him. Tons of noise. Box goes down at tickets. Lollipop, he knows he's there as well, and he's going to be smart about it. No need to commit to the peak. Instead, they'll bring a second player in. Lollipop reads that well, but he's getting surrounded. They want every gun gone right now, and they'll get it.
Man, MDS, that was like the tyranny of choice. We just got to watch it play out. He could have selected any of like 3 targets that would have just been a freebie, and it just took him too long to decide. Another good opening from Boomich. Finds the opening kill in middle, finds a good opening at the B bomb site. And remember, in the previous round, he found the 2 opening kills as well in middle that just sealed the round and won Navi right off of those. Tough time for Nemiga. Just as soon as it looked like they were going to have control of this game, it's ripped out of their hands. Electronic doing a lot of damage. 2 players pressing him in Palace. He handles it with great aplomb.
Great plum. I like that. I like
that?
plums.
That's good.
We'll see if MDS has a set of plums right now on a 1v5 with a Deagle.
Bomb has been planted.
Because this will put them into the loss bonus maximum situation. So really not a big deal if he saves that Deagle or not. He'd be better off to try and get a gun from Navi or at least take guns down. So we'll go to an unorthodox position so that he's not quickly lined up by crosshair placement. Did he just look away? No, they're on the backside of the vent. I was going to say that was a low HP player in electronic, but I think this one ends as it is, Jason.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all she wrote on this round. This round 26. 14-12. And now it's Nemiga who's got, you know, the prospect of not only having to start winning rounds in a row and stringing them together, but also Navi has so much money that they're pretty much set for the rest of this half. Even if they lose everything, even if they lose all the rounds moving forward, that losing bonus is going to keep building up. So their cash flow should be good. And Nemiga's got to burn through a lot of very strong buys. But at the moment, all they really are thinking about is the first one.
Molly toward the window. Smoke already there, so that will detonate. Sometimes that's trying to beat the smoke, in fact, so that it causes it to not bounce and leave a gap, which is exactly what iDisbalance has created by doing that. So good read by him, good play. It's the little things, Jason. It's the fine details. Boom it. Box. He had to win that surely. He saw it go over his head. He knew he had the angle and the advantage, but Boomich gets two, and suddenly mid is cracked wide open. His iDisbalance will miss the shot, but MDS at least recovers one. Not fast enough to turn around and catch Perfecto jumping in from B, and Navi crack open a bomb site once more. It should be mapping series point.
Well, if Simple's still going out for that seafood dinner, he's taking Boomich with him because Boomich down the stretch has been the difference maker. This is now the second round during this streak, during this 3 rounds that they've won, that Boomich has opened up, or excuse me, 4 rounds that they've won in a row, that Boomich has opened up middle with 2 quick kills. So, I mean, the man's just a beast. And even one of those other rounds, he did just a single opening kill in mid. He's been an absolute monster. And he's put his team on his back for the opening stages of these rounds. 15-12, 3 chances to close it out. And if they manage to take all the guns away from Nemiga, there's no money to play with. There's a $3,400 bonus. And throw everything at this Opper. 2 different angles they're coming at him from.
Gone.
And he's gone. He's dead. So $3,500 is the most they've got to work with. Give me 37 on MDS.
Was that Simple even going for the knife at the end there?
He might have been. Why not?
I think he was. I think he should have the angle sooner than that. Either way they get the kill, it doesn't matter. It's done. But that would be so simple, wouldn't it?
This is
This
just
was
so
sick
filthy.
from Boomich. If Box gets that kill, that whole round is different.
Yes. Well, 3 FAMAS, an SMG, and a scout to try and hold on for dear life. 4 players from Navi in middle. They might just walk down this mid ramp and just exec right off of that. Smoke is up for the moment. That's going to give them time to pause and rethink.
Jo nade to mid. It's going to bounce off the wall. That'll catch out Boomich down to 79 HP. Electronic takes a bit of damage from that as well. Simple's looking gap in that smoke, and he sees straight above it. And this time the AWP in Simple's hands overwhelms that of iDisbalance. Not that he had one of his own this round, but it's a good start from Navi to close this out. Bit's going to catch out Lollipop, trying to get aggressive toward A Cave and see if there's anything going on. See if he can get any information for his teammate. And I think it's just a process of elimination, quite literally now, Jason.
This round is all leverage and experience. I mean, Navi gets mid control. They know that likely Nemiga doesn't have a whole lot to play with. They use some utility. They're posturing with 2 Molotovs on towards Catwalk, and Simple's just posted up waiting for a response. They even had Bit posted up and waiting for a response at A ramp.
I want to say I hate that. I wish those hitboxes were accurate. The grate's not blown out, and therefore he shoots. And even though he's dead on the body, without any graphic in his way, it still takes bleed damage. So he only gets wallbang damage. And now he goes down as a result, and we're into a 2-on-2. That's got to be frustrating. That is one thing I wish they would fix with that vent in Mirage. Either way, bomb planted. Navi still with a chance to wrap this up as JO's on very low HP, but they are going to pick up the AWP onto him, so that HP may not be as much of a factor. Boomich with a flash toward the arches. Now, they're not aware that both players are here, but Boomich has gone well enough past Checker that at this point, they're both going to start looking there. And Boomich feels confident and safe behind the pillar. Bit will take MDS all onto JO with the picked up AWP. And over. Boomich gets the winning kill. Fittingly gets the winning kill. What a second half from him. You're absolutely right, Jason.
Yeah, he came alive just when they needed him most. Ooh, let me turn my lights on. I'm looking a little bit pale. I forgot all about that. We're back on camera. Yeah, Boomich really set that one up. Simple had a great first half. Just that turnaround from Boomich was massive. I still got to say, I liked what I saw out of Nemiga. Now, the tough thing about it is this is 2 days in a row where it's like, I like what I saw. Really cool team, really competitive with Gambit, now Navi, but they've then gone and lost both of these series on the 3rd map. So, yeah, good things, but at some point, that's got to turn into something tangible, especially in a tournament of this caliber with the major on the line. So, probably a little bit tough to swallow if you're Nemiga at this moment, but still, improvement is what we see.
Well, and it's important to note that too, because I like that the graphics shows us the maps that they lose as well, so you can kind of keep track of that, but ultimately it means nothing that you've won a map in this series in terms of RMR points. So, yeah, it might be cool if they did some sort of aggregate score total for the major where you could get points for winning just maps and series as well as the series itself, but ultimately that's not how the major works. That's not how winning works. You've got to pick the series. And yeah, Nemiga's looked impressive, I think, just as they did with Gambit yesterday. I mean, they just played 2 of the best teams in the world and challenged them both, but it's kind of heartbreaking for them. Lots of potential there, no doubt, tons of potential, but yeah, it sucks to not close these series.
Some cool players. Still not super confidence inspiring from Navi, but a win's a win. First game that they played in this RMR, so hopefully we'll watch them improve as this event goes on. I'm sure everyone's holding their breath, ready and waiting for that group stage match between them and Gambit again. Another rematch from plenty of exciting games in the past. But yeah, we can show up the schedule and the results for the day whenever we get that chance. And man, I don't know. There's so many RMR points up for grabs today. I think all of these matches now, while there's plenty of time to recover in a round robin group stage, it's got to start feeling once you're 2 matches in and you're 0-2, like you don't have a whole lot of chances left.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Like you're saying, round robin, it becomes difficult. And Nemiga, if they were to make it as a challenger to a major, I would say that's
cool.
About right. Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. I think that would put them in a position where they could actually maybe improve and get that LAN experience and probably impress a few people. I think, like I say, there's some talented players on this team. We already know the Ukraine and Russia have mixed it up on teams before. Throw Belarus in the mix. Let's go. I mean, why not? There's no reason these guys can't even individually have a breakthrough. Yeah, it does suck to be so close.
Yeah, well,
forgotten about, because we know how saturated and busy this schedule becomes. That
right.
This event right now is on our minds, but what happens in 3 months when we haven't seen these guys again, specifically as we are on the English broadcast and sort of the Western media away from the CIS region, and we just forget so quickly.
And you never know how it'll turn out when the lands come back. Either way, I mean, the tough part is Nemiga's looking, they need to have a huge gain of RMR points within this tournament, because they're sitting down in 9th place at the moment with 240 points. Now, all the way up to like 5th, 6th place is up for grabs. 7th and both 2 teams are tied for 7th place. Force and K23, they're at 950. They've got plenty of opportunity to catch up to that 5th or 4th place. But yeah, Nemiga need a huge point grab, or else they're going to be in a really tough spot. Either way, I don't know. It's a cool day. It's a cool day of Counter-Strike. Nemiga, and also the first match that we had, that seems so far away at this point.
Struggling to remember there, Jason.
I am actually. Yeah.
That
I was like, oh god,
that we had. You know,
what am I doing?
That was on this stream. The one, you know.
It was Entropic. Entropic at 100 PG. I got it. We found our way there at the end.
How could you forget 100 PG? That's like my favorite team ever.
Yeah, it's gonna be the new squad you fly the banner for.
I'm down. Let's go. I'm into it. I gotta sink on a ship somewhere, so might as well pick that one, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. You do have to pick a team to break your heart. You picked a good one. It's going to be a quick heartbreak. It's going to be painful, but it's going to happen very fast.
Absolutely. Jason, you mentioned that we were going to see some graphics here. You've done this before. It's my first day back. So I'm assuming right now that's what we're waiting for.
Yeah, I would believe so. Let's find out.
Let's find out? All right, cool. I've got the standing up. I can at least...
Oh, there we go.
Okay, nice. Boom. We nailed it.
Yeah, so this is... Yeah, take it away, Matt. You take this.
Okay, I was going to say, that's just our schedule, and that's what we had on this stream. Entropic obviously did go up to 2-1 over 100 ping dogs. That's a dyslexic moment. It's 100 ping gods, and I'm sorry about that. Yeah, they actually... That series could have gone the other way very quickly. We actually thought 100 ping dogs at one point in time was going to take Entropic down, and it came quite close. Overpass was quite a match, and then Nemiga, this one was impressive because Navi, I thought, should close this series out too, and they made it difficult for themselves. Just great individual dueling ability from Nemiga, managed to keep the economy very low from Navi, and then it fell apart very quickly on Dust 2. And then this match as well on Mirage, it took them a lot. It took them all of their individual skill to get back into it, and thankfully Boomich showed up when he did, and I think you were right to point that out. Fitting he got the last kill. That was our stream. Keep in mind, tomorrow we've got more coming up. In fact, we start off again, Jason, with Navi.
Yeah, and that's going to be a cool matchup. Navi versus Akuma. I know we saw that interview with Blade where he said they're one of the weaker teams. Probably true, but also a nice little grudge match from the previous CIS RMR, in which Akuma actually stole a series away from Navi 2-0. Following that up later on, we're going to see Gambit again taking on Fours. Don't sleep on Fours. Still a powerful team. That'll be a fun matchup to end the day with as well. So yeah, a really, really cool day. I'm trying to figure out trying to think of what the other matches are going to be tomorrow on the other stream. But you know what? We can address that in the morning, Matthew, because we're done for the day.
Yes. We're done. I'm excited as well to see Gambit tomorrow, because obviously, look, saw the old Gambit, the Major, when they won it. Been watching them kind of closely for a little while, but this past year, my goodness, they've really blown up, and it'll be the first time that I get to cast them in the flesh. Yeah, so it'll be awesome. And I love Hobbit. It's one of my favorite players of all time, so it'll be fun to see him in the server again.
Yeah, he's a good lad. Excited to see him tomorrow. Either way, we're off for the night. We're off for the evening. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back tomorrow afternoon with another day of the StarLadder RMR.